If you've not read this book, Psychology of Money, I, Nani, I am praying for you. I think, according to me, 3/4 of the world must have read this book, Psychology of Money. It's a very good book. It's a very good book. One of the things, which is going to sound very funny, one of the things I love the most about this book, it's because it does not tell you what exactly to do with your money. I don't know why, but that is something that I actually love the most about this book. It does not tell you what to do with your money, because you think, okay, like most, and rightfully so, most books on finances, they tell you where to invest your money, what to do with your money, budgeting tips, and so on and so forth. There's nothing wrong with that. But I found that this book was refreshing in that sense, that it was not telling me what exactly to do with my money. And I think that's maybe for somebody who like psychology of money. I think people who have not read this book, perhaps they're like, such a cliche book. Everyone is reading that book. I want to read a book that nobody has read. Nani, go read this book. What do you mean? Get yourself a copy and we can help you get a copy using the link in description. So, yeah, Psychology of Money. Another reason why I love this book, it's from its name, psychology. It deals a lot with psychology. It helps you to to have an introspection and see, why do you think the way you think about money? Your money beliefs, your money values, where do they come from? They don't just come from anywhere. What you believe about money. Are you afraid of money? Do you talk about money? Do you spend money? Do you not spend money? Is money your friend? Is money your enemy? So it's help. Apropos psychology, the word is psychology. It helps us look at the psychology of how it helps you like introspect and look deep within yourself, and like, why do I believe what I believe about money? Why do I think what I think about money? Why do I behave the way I behave with money? And so on and so forth. Another thing that I loved the most about this book is the author is trying to tell us, again, still on psychology, the author is trying to tell us that we, or I, should not be fast in listening to another person's maybe advice on where to put your money. For example, he measures on stocks. Stocks is a very sensitive issue when it comes to finances. Some people are like, I will never put my money in stocks. Some people are like, oh, if you don't have stocks, you'll never get rich. There are people who genuinely believe that the only way to get rich is through stocks. There are people who are like, stocks, oh my god, that is the easiest way to become poor. If you want to lose your money, put your money in stocks. So it's a very, how do I call it? It's a very sensitive, I don't know, it's very divided. Like, those who believe in stocks really believe in stocks. Those who don't believe in stocks really don't believe in stocks. So the author is trying to encourage his reader that don't just follow somebody's advice like that. You don't know why that person believes the way they believe. The author takes time in giving example. You'll find that somebody who is against stocks, perhaps they have a very negative experience with stocks. If this person grew in the era whereby stocks were doing poorly, if they grew in that era, people had invested in, there was a time the stocks did its thing, and those who had invested in stocks, manze, they really felt it, especially those who were and quick in selling their shares. But those who left their shares despite the stocks hitting rock bottom, once the stock came back again, they're doing very well. Now, for those who are doing very well with stocks, they will tell you the only way to get rich on this planet Earth, regardless of whatever country you are in, is having a lot of your portfolio in the stock market. And then there are those who will tell you the easiest way to lose your money is having a lot of your portfolio in the stock market. So that's it. So this author is trying to tell us, don't just listen. Perhaps if you listen to somebody who's telling you don't have your money in stocks, and then you're like, oh, stocks is bad, stocks is bad, stocks is bad, and then you don't even have a reason why stocks is bad. You're only saying that because so and so told you so. Sometimes it is good to listen to their story and see, why are they against stocks? And then if they tell you their story, you'll be like, oh, it's because they have lost a large amount of their finances, or a large amount of their savings in stocks, or don't just rush to stocks because somebody has tell you, hey, stocks is the all. Sincerely speaking, there are people who are, they are young people who are doing tremendous, they are rich because they have mastered stocks, how to put, they have mastered they started either buying shares and investing in the stock market when they were very young. So right now their stocks portfolio is woo, so they're doing very well. So this particular person will be like, you, if you don't have stocks, forget about being financially independent, you just stick with your day job, shughulika tu na maisha katikati. So it's always good to look on both sides, and then once you've understood, oh, so this is why this person believes in stocks, this is why this person does not believe in stocks, then ask yourself, what do you believe in? What do you believe? Then make that choice. Are you going to invest in stocks, or are you not going to invest in stocks? Make that choice. Another area where people are very divided is like mutual funds. The people are like, mutual funds, you can never ever grow rich in mutual funds. Mutual funds, you're paying somebody, they're investing money on your behalf, you're paying all that fee and all. And then there are people who actually they have built their portfolio. There are people whose portfolio is filled with mutual funds, and they're doing pretty well for themselves. They're doing well. So the anti-mutual fund will look at the mutual fund person and tell them, you see all that fee you're paying, that fee that you don't see, that yearly fee, that fee that you don't see, if you didn't have mutual fund and you did that for yourself, you'll be doing better than you are. And then this other person who is in mutual fund will tell you, I don't mind paying that fee because I don't have the time, the energy to go busyboarding evil, doing all that research. So I'd rather pay somebody or pay an institution, knowing that our money are in a basket, and do that. So again, I have met people who are like, mutual funds? No. But personally, I am not against it. I believe in balancing. You can have mutual funds, you can have stocks, you can do whatever you want to do, as long as you understand your reason. So one of the benefits of this book is trying to help you understand what is your main reason when it comes to the way you're handling your money. Why are you going to be against mutual funds? You've seen, so look at both sides. What are the pros of mutual funds? What are the disadvantages of mutual funds? Do you lose money in mutual funds? How do you lose money in it? Hivyo vitu zote. What are the pros of it? So in as much as there is fees, that is a lot you pay, the benefit is 1, 2, 3. If you're okay with that, go. If you're like, me, I don't want to pay that fee, then at least now you know. But you're making an informed decision on a personal level, because some people may not even have any issues paying the fees when it comes to mutual funds, but you'll find them saying, oh, me, I cannot take mutual funds. Why? Because so and so said so. No, if you're okay with paying for the fees, you're okay with all that charges, go. I personally, I am not against mutual funds. I think there is a place for mutual funds, and then there is a place for where you do the things by yourself. And then I am also not against stocks, but my risk appetite is very, 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 very low. Very low. So I believe it's good to have stocks, but at where I am right now, I don't think I can take even 50. I don't even think I can take 50 of my investment to a stock. I don't think I can do that. For me, 50 is too high. I cannot do that. But that's on a personal level. But for somebody whose their risk appetite is average or high, they can do that. They can put 80. I will never encourage 100% in stocks, but there is somebody who will encourage you 100% in stocks. So that is why I would recommend for anyone to read Psychology of Money, the nuggets. It helps you understand why different people believe the way they believe when it comes to money. Why do you believe the way do you believe when it comes to money? So at the end of the day, even as you're making decision on how much money are you going to spend, how much money are you going to save, you'll be doing it on a personal reason. There are people who don't believe in saving. Gen Zs, they're like, the world can end any day. Why save? Chop that money. Yote maliza. Unasavia nani? So you're there. You don't even have a reason why you're chopping all that money, and then you're chopping all that money because it is the trend to chop all that money. And then what if the world doesn't end? What if you live to be 80? What will you do? What will you say? So this book, if you've not read this book, nani, what? and we are here to support you. We are here to help you. And you've not read this book, and I'm here to tell you, if you've not read this book, check the link in description and you'll find a way on how to get this book. See, I care for you. I care for you. You need to read this book. How can you get this book? The link is in the description. But thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you've gotten something beneficial on, I don't know, why you should read this book, and even more than reading this book, on why you should have your own reasons for doing something or not doing something. And before I end this video also, this book has very good nuggets of wisdom. I know the nuggets of wisdom is meant maybe for money and finances, but these nuggets of wisdom, oh my god, even in things that are not for money. For example, let me read one. For example, page 21, it says that every outcome in life is guided by force other than individual effort. Listen to that line. That every outcome in life is guided by forces other than individual's effort. Maria Mwisho, I will read this line for the last time slowly so that you hear it carefully. That every outcome in life is guided by forces other than individual efforts. Think about that. This is nugget of wisdom that has nothing to do with money, although you can apply it in money. Another thing, nikimalizia, as I end this video, happiness is a complicated subject because everyone is different. But if there is a common denominator in happiness, a universal fuel of joy, it's that people want to control their lives. The ability to do what you want, when you want, with whom you want, for as long as you want, is priceless. It's the highest dividend money pays. Maria Mwisho. Happiness is a complicated subject because everyone is different. But if there's a common denominator in happiness, a universal fuel of joy, it's that people want to control their lives. The ability to do what you want to do, when you want, with whom you want, for as long as you want, is priceless. It's the highest dividend money pays. This book has nuggets of wisdom that has nothing to do with money. Get yourself this copy. I hope I've encouraged you to read this book. Till next time.